my Dandavat Pranam. We're here in the London temple, and so you might have some activity behind me during the time we are here, but that's okay. So, dear devotees, we've come together. Let us begin with the Vandanam, and then we will see who turns up here. They're doing the Arati, or just finished the Arati, or finishing part of it. And so maybe we'll have some more devotees from London too. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So we are here, we are on our Monday Zoom, and we're with the simultaneous translation by the grace of our translating devotees, Chaitanya, Mai Devidasi, and Hari Gopal Prabhu. And so I'll try to speak slowly, and we all need to select the right interpretation or translation, whatever the name may be on your phone for the language. All right, so I'm just scrolling down and very happy to see all the devotees. We have a title for today given by Udaran Prabhu and Sevarupa Devidasi with the theme of the highest entity. So also some article by that name is also on the web, in the Gaudiya Darshan website. But these are, well, high topics about the highest entity. What can we say? But we have also in Vila Govinda Ashram a full temple room of devotees with Kumkum Devidasi poised to share something with us. And yes, oh look, you're all on the screen. Prapana Prabhu, and also I saw your head just now pop in from the side. And Maheshwari and the devotees from Hungary, devotees from Italy, and from around and about, from Switzerland. And on the screen with us all here, we've got devotees from Hampshire here, and Mukunda Prabhu, South Africa. Prabhu, good to see you. All good things. Lalita, we've got devotees, lots of devotees from Brazil and Latvia and Brazil, Australia. So we've got lots of devotees with us. So let us begin. And I do not know, Sevarupa, is that article available for the translators? The link that you gave me on Gaudiya Darshan?
I'll put it in the chat, yes.
You put it in the chat, all right.
The article.
And Sadvi from Sweden sending her obeisances too. So actually, first of all, we'd like to specifically give obeisances to all the devotees, because when we are coming together in a room, I know we said Vanchakalpatarubhyascha, but when we are coming together in a room, we are always happily giving obeisances. And actually, I'm seeing now here and on the big screen, I can see you all even better on the big screen, just behind here. So if I look in this direction, okay, now I can see you. I can see you better. All right. So the point about, let me just come to my small screen. And yes, so I also did a little homework, but I didn't actually copy and paste anything for the translators, because as usual, we get carried away. There is so much that's being given to us about the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Entity. And generally we see Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev referring to the Supreme Entity in the context of, the Mayavadis, those who they're thinking everything is all one. They know that there's something supreme, but rather than saying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then in order to show some honor to the Mayavadi, if you like, they know something is supreme, but they think it is a big zero rather than a person. But very quickly, when Srila Guru Maharaj or Srila Gurudev is talking about the Supreme Entity, then they are telling us about Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And of course, this is the gift of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we may say, well, of course it is. We all know this. It is obvious. But it is obvious, if you like, if it is well known to us, if you like, because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu came to give that fifth end of life, love of God, Krishna Prema. And so today is Ramanuja Acharya's appearance day today. And Ramanuja Acharya, then he was giving the Supreme Entity as Lord Vishnu, which in one context, Vishnu is indeed supreme. He's the Lord himself. He is Krishna himself, who's manifested himself in a very godly form as Vishnu, as Narayan, very grand and opulent. And so it is natural that the regular people, all of us, we are enamored with opulence, with great prestige, all these things. So more than a king, more than being in awe at the great personality of this world, Lord Narayan, Lord Vishnu is awesome in the proper sense of the word awesome. And Ramanujacharya, he was giving that conception of the Supreme Entity. But Mahaprabhu, he added to that the Supreme of the Supreme of the Supreme, the actual supremest entity, is Sri Krishna, all attractive, all beautiful, reality the beautiful, Sri Krishna. So we have got this understanding directly when we're coming to Krishna consciousness. Almost directly, of course. We have to understand we're not the body. We have to understand there is the Vaikuntha worlds, the unlimited spiritual worlds where there's no death, etc. We have to understand that the Lord is the center everywhere in the Vaikuntha regions. And then Mahaprabhu has come to clarify that the top part there is the part of love, beauty, sweetness, and charm. And who is the Lord of love? Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. And Sri Krishna expands himself for various purposes, including creation. He has great majesty in such capacity, great power, great majesty. But the beauty and sweetness aspect of the Lord is supreme in Krishna. And then Guru Maharaj, showing what Mahaprabhu has given, has shown that the origin of everything is beauty, sweetness, and love, not power and creation and grandness. And for those brought up with the tradition of worshipping Narayan, worshipping the godly God in that sense, then it's a difficult pill to swallow, to think that there's somebody above Narayan, above the four-armed grand form of Vishnu. And it took Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 4 months practically of the rainy season, living with Vallabha Bhatta in South India, for him, for Mahaprabhu himself, to convince Vallabha Bhatta, following the line of Ramanuja, who is following the line of Ramanujacharya, that Vishnu comes from Krishna, not that Krishna comes from Vishnu. So it can be a difficult pill to swallow, even for the serious, pure devotees, those pure devotees who are giving their life in service of the Vaikuntha element, the Vaikuntha conception of the Supreme Lord. It can be difficult to accept that Krishna is beyond and the origin of Lord Vishnu. But the Supreme Entity is such. And there is an article here, and actually if I found it, but I've been doing lots of other things since then. Okay, I have it here. Then the source of this article, it was spoken on the 21st of February 1982. Oh, well, we've been watching, we've been having darshan of Srila Guru Maharaj from a similar time here in the London temple. But here, Srila Guru Maharaj is coming to show us beauty, sweetness, charm, etc. That is the Supreme Entity, the personification of this. And Guru Maharaj is quoting from various places. And as we may also expect with Srila Guru Maharaj, he's presenting us the conclusion of Ramananda Roy. And Ramananda Roy on the banks of the river Godavari near Kobur, at Kobur in South India. Then when Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy met, Ramananda Roy answered Mahaprabhu's questions of the step by step by step by step levels of God realization, and coming to the supreme position of Lord Krishna and Radharani's devotion and love for him. And then you can say the supremest of the supreme step, when Mahaprabhu went to cover the mouth of Ramananda Roy, when Ramananda Roy was going to express that I see and understand that you, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, are Radha and Krishna combined, your original form coming here to distribute mercy to the world as well as to taste that love of Radharani. So up in the topmost plane of the spiritual world, there is Shweta In Shweta there is Goloka Vrindavan, there is Vrindavan. And almost no one knows that place in this world except for very few pure devotees, as we are hearing from the Brahma Samhita. And we know those to be Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and the Rupa Nuga Sampradaya. And we are amazed to hear all the qualities of Krishna. And in that top quarter is Vrindavan, and side by side, 2 rooms of the same house, as Srila Guru Maharaj expresses. 2 rooms side by side in the topmost plane. The other one is Navadip, and the pastimes of Sri Gauranga Sundar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has revealed the service of Radha and Krishna, and the devotees have revealed the service to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And what service is that? It's centered on chanting the holy names of the Lord. And Mahaprabhu wants us all to chant the Maha Mantra. And Nityananda, he wants us all to chant Gauranga's name. And our masters want us to chant the names of Nitai and Gauranga and of Radha and Krishna. And we've got our guidance, our considered guidance for how we harmonize and how we dovetail. I heard this expression today. How we dovetail the worship of Radha and Krishna and the worship of Nitai and Gauranga. And by following the guidance of Srila Gurudev, of Srila Guru Maharaj, of Srila Prabhupada, then we are following the journey to that highest entity if they are graceful to us, if they are kind to us, and their kindness is spread through their devotees. So we must be awake to our very good fortune to come so close to such teaching, to such practice, and we must try to put all of these teachings into practice and make our lives successful. Hare Krishna. So Arati has finished and devotees are gathering behind me in one way or another. And while our devotee section are gathering and moving chairs, then perhaps we can come to Vila Govinda in Italy and ask Kumkum Devidasi to share something with us. And she does have some text, I think, there. And also we've got Krishna Kanta Devidasi, Munindra Mohan Prabhu, other devotees. I know, if not in front of the camera, they're nearby the camera, because that is their humble nature. So we can invite them also to say a few words.
Right, Dandavat to you, Maharaj, and to all of the Vaishnavas. You're correct that the devotees here are always engaged in serving, and it's so enlivening. I noticed in this beautiful article that Srila Guru Maharaj is giving many ways of looking at the point that Krishna is the highest entity. So I felt that he's helping convince my mind that it is Krishna. And one particular place he mentions is his own Prema Dhamma, verse number 66. And there he says, this is the all-conquering conclusion. The highest conception of the ultimate reality must also be the highest form of ananda, ecstasy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, ecstasy himself, tasting his own sweetness and dancing in ecstatic joy. His own holy name is the cause of his ecstasy, expressed as dancing, and the holy name is the effect of his ecstasy, expressed as chanting. The cause is the effect. The dynamo is creating ecstatic energy, which makes him dance, and his chanting distributes that ecstasy to others. I offer my obeisances to that beautiful golden Lord, Gauranga Sundar, the divine form of Krishna Prema. So there is no one else who's creates all of this ecstasy, the highest ecstasy, and is dancing and chanting in this way. So like a proof that yes, Krishna is the highest entity. Who else can we think of that can produce the highest ecstasy? There's no one else.
He's muted.
Okay, sorry, yes, I've unmuted now. Thank you. And what else do you have in front of you, Kumkum Devirasi?
Well, I noticed an excerpt from Sermons, Guardian number 1. And in this chapter, the Guardian rules family, he is making it very clear that who is not the highest entity. And so he's speaking of Maya not being the highest entity, and also how to protect ourselves from being subject to our own tendency to fall under that illusion, and why we would do that. So he says, to think I can thrive individually is to ignore the collective line and try for one separate interest. This fine point is said to be responsible for all the disturbance. I wanted to seek my own pleasure, separating myself from the consideration of collectiveness. The first stage is self-interest, and the next is deviation from guardian consciousness, or to lose the consciousness that I have my master, my guardian. Separate interest means I am my own guardian. Then why is it so? Because I am tatastha, marginal. On the other side is Maya, and somehow that influence has captured my weak, decisive faculty. I am an infinitesimal particle of consciousness with minute independence. But without my cooperation, the Mayic or mundane transaction is impossible. So my consent was necessary. With the consent of a minor child, the guardian can do anything and everything. The minority or infinitesimal character is inherent in me, and that makes room for this error. But because Maya is not independent, she also has to work under the guidance of the supreme authority. So don't go to Maya, go to he who is the master of Maya. Although Maya is coming to capture the soul, because of his weakness of cooperating with her, still Buddha, which means Sumedha, the pious souls, will go for relief to the master of Maya. Maya is the highest entity. She also has her master. So when the temptation comes in you to perform a bad deed, you must file an appeal for help to the supreme authority, not to Maya.
Hare Krishna. And if Gauranga did not come, how would we know any of this? Chinmoy Dev Prabhu, humbly seated there. Oh yes, Munindra Mohan Prabhu, I just saw physical evidence of your presence.
Dandavat Maharaj. Very good to see you.
Dandavat Prabhu.
We look forward to you being, you're in the same room, yes, but the same physical room would be nice too. So we're looking forward to your return eagerly.
Hare Krishna.
So maybe I could say a few words. It's difficult when we have a topic like this because we read the article and, well, Srila Maharaj can say it much better than I can. What can I add? What can I say to this this article, to what Srila Maharaj has said? I can only add that when I first saw the title of the article, the highest entity, I immediately thought of Krishna. But when I went to read it, immediately went to Gauranga. So that was very interesting, and I was kind of captivated by that. And this idea of the dynamic play of the absolute is a very beautiful thing. That the infinite is not static. Srila Maharaj tells us that when there's diversity, there must be law. And when there's unity, there is no law. So meaning that in this material world, there's diversity in the sense that everyone has separate interest. And so for that, there needs to be law. There needs to be some governing of these separate interests so they don't clash the whole time. They still clash, but we try to govern the amount of clashing that occurs in this material world. But in the spiritual world, there's no need of law because everyone is centered on Krishna, on the Supreme Lord. There's unity in the fulfilling the will, satisfying the Lord. So there, what reigns supreme is love. So love of God and love of the devotees, love of the Vaishnavas, that is motivating everything, and that is moving everything. And that is not static. Love is dynamic. And we often hear that Krishna moves in a zigzag way. So there we have to adjust. Where is the transcendental wave going? We must be part of that. There's one very nice English shloka that Srila Maharaj says that truth is to dance in harmony with the transcendental wave, and truth is to dance in harmony with the most original plane according to its wave and vibration. This is our ultimate goal, is to be completely surrendered that wherever the transcendental wave takes us, we will go. According to his will, we will act. We will not try to be independent for our own self. Our independence is guaranteed when it is merged with the independence of the Lord. The Lord is Svarat. He is independent. He may do whatever he likes. He does not. Srila Maharaj in this art, what was the article? No, it was in Sermons Regarding Devotion. Just a little bit after this, I think what Kumkum read. He's pretty heavy in saying, basically, the Lord is going to do what he wants. He's not taking into consideration what you want or what anybody wants. He acts on his own. But fortunately for us, he is the Lord of absolute sweetness, beauty, charm, affection. So whatever is coming from him, it's absolutely sweet, beautiful, and charming. And I would like to stress, because Kukum Devidasi stole my thunder, immediately when I read this article, I also thought of this number 66 verse in the Premadhamma Deva Strotam. It is incredible. Everybody should read it over and over again. And just the first line, this is the all-conquering conclusion. The ultimate conception of reality must also be the ultimate form of ecstasy. Now, with this one line, you can conquer any religious philosophy, religious conception. It can be defeated with this one line, that the ultimate conception of reality must also, by force, be the ultimate form of ecstasy. What is higher than ecstasy? So what are we comprised of? We're comprised of Sat, Chit, and Anandam. So Sat, eternity or knowledge, Chit, consciousness, and Anandam. And Anandam holds the highest position. Anandam holds the highest position in the transcendental world. And so who can give us that highest ecstasy? Who is the highest entity who can give us that ecstasy? That would be the Akila Rasamrita Sindhu. The reservoir, the emporium of all rasas. He who can satisfy everyone in every type of relationship to the fullest degree, that is the highest entity, and that is Lord Krishna. And so fortunately, we have got this opportunity. Yeah, so there, Sevarupa put that shloka in that verse. And it's just so wonderful because it just describes, Mahaprabhu dancing in ecstasy. The cause of his ecstasy is the holy name of the Lord. The cause of his dancing is the holy name of the Lord. His chanting is the effect of that dancing of the holy name. And with that chanting, he's distributing this ecstasy. And then hearing the name again, he's dancing with more ecstasy. And then dancing with more ecstasy, he is again chanting and distributing that name. Dynamo, the cause is the effect. Very beautiful shloka. And with that, this just that one verse right there is the highest conception of Krishna consciousness. Just there, I believe. And so hopefully one day it will be truly revealed in our heart and we can understand that. And we are not to dwell too much on trying to logically understand every type of Lila of the Lord and every type of thing that we hear in the scriptures. But with faith and the service, those high subjects will be revealed to us. And I just heard Srila Govinda Maharaj say this today, that What the scriptures are giving us, what our spiritual masters are giving us, is a dig darshan. It's a hint. It's the direction we need to go in. It's not, it is the reality, but we're not able to understand that reality yet. But they're telling us, go in that direction. You continue in this direction. It's like this, it's like that. But you will understand one day. And through our service mood, we will understand one day. And also, I just like to say that these might be the final days for me, because I heard in the Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita today that if we hear, there's one verse here, if you hear this pastime or describe this pastime of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you will reach the lotus feet of Krishna. And I read that and I heard it. So I assume maybe tomorrow, I'm going to Vrindavan. Just want to say bye to everyone. And, but they also heard it, so they also will be leaving soon. So tomorrow, maybe nobody at Vila Govinda, only Madhurananda, who's walking in the mountains. He'll come back.
Did you pack your
empty
stuff?
Yes, we should pack everything. But no, thank you, devotees. And always, I remember this too of Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada said in one of his comments, it's very sweet. He said that one day he hopes that one of his devotees will go back to Godhead and help him.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. But I am sure that these devotees who I have the blessed association of, they will one day reach Goloka Vrindavan, and I honestly pray that they will not forget me.
Jai. Very beautiful. So I'm happy to hear that Madhurananda Prabhu is likely still to be in the ashram when I come back and you've all gone to Goloka Vrindavan. Please help us. Please help me. Please help us all to go. Hare Krishna. I know those expressions in Chaitanya Charitamrita, they are so hopeful. And Srila Guru Maharaj saying the Vaishnavas, they are the most optimistic. We are not in the pessimistic group. We're in the most optimistic group. Not only is the highest aspect of the Lord that of beauty, sweetness, charm, and love, but he searches for his lost servants. And he's given us guidance, given us advice. And so we are so optimistic by connection with his agents, by connection with his associates who've come on his behalf to continue the recruiting process, continue the connecting process, then we have this super opportunity. And Chaitanya Charitamrita gives us many, many encouraging statements. Guru Maharaj gives us many. Gurudev gives us many. Srila Prabhupada gives us many. And now they're all just trying to make us do what we sing every morning. Jeev Jago, wake up. We are all still in some element of sleeping, some degree of sleeping, and not woken up to properly utilize our energy. And Hari Gopal Prabhu, by the way, has put in a question. I don't know if it's his question or not, but he's put a question in the chat box. What does Guru Maharaj mean by not to go to Maya for help when temptation comes? Go to the highest department. So that's a quote from Guru Maharaj. And then Hari Gopal Prabhu saying, what is an example in our lives of where we go to Maya for help instead of the Lord? Well, what grade of example are you thinking about? In one example is we will drown our sorrows. We are in need of help, so we go down to the local pub called the Wellington Arms here in London, just down the road. We go down to the local pub, and that is a very common method of being attracted to Maya. But Maya also has some other attractions, not just the Tamagun side. And it is easy to be captured by the flowery words of the Veda and divert our attention, which may be originally for the Supreme Lord, to divert our attention to the upward journey in the material universes. And this captures the mind, captures the attention of so many who go to read about the life in Svargaloka, the life in the heavenly planets, the life of the Devas. So many things. If we hear about that kind of life, then we can easily be taken away if we don't have some strong guidance along the way. So from the Tamagun side, all the way through to the Rajagun and the Sattvagun side, in the material sense, the mode of goodness is taking us to a plane which is very satisfying, fulfilling. There is feeling, there is all in all feeling of well-being, but it is also temporary. So in the heavenly planets, there's the mode of passion is there, no doubt. The mode of passion is there, but then we also get the gradation going up to Tapaloka, etc., where the yogis, they are super content with everything, and they don't also worry. It's written there. We read it only in our scriptures, written there, that there is no anxiety about old age, disease, and death. They know when they die, they know where they're going, and they're not in anxiety for death and disease, because everything is being led in the mode of goodness, and goodness is not giving suffering because you're doing good activities. So the material world in its different aspects are examples of Maya, and taking shelter of some gods or even the Supreme Lord to get some material improvement of quality of life. That is there. And also, of course, that ever-present, all-devouring attraction of floating off into no man's land without any troubles ever again in this world. But that is also a trick to keep us away from the service of the Lord. So Krishna puts everyone in different departments, and we pray to be in the department of the servitors, to be accepted by the servitors, given service, and then we have to pray for the capacity to render that service also. So service, service, service. Service is life-giving, not life-depleting. And what service are we doing now? It may not be full of love and full of everything. We have some, I need to do this element to it. But this morning here, in reading in the revealed, we were reading in affectionate guidance, where Srila Gurudev is describing about ecstasy and about joy, anandam, happiness, and how there are steps to go there. And if we take those steps under the guidance of those who know how to take those steps, we will cross one layer, and then come to that plane where life is actually ecstatic, full of variety, eternal. That plane is the service to Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. And by the way, everything we read, everyone knows the books you are reading now, they are the best ever. The book we are reading now is the best ever. And the chapter we were reading is the best ever. We read the first half or so of the chapter number 5 with the long title, or I can remember the whole title, simply affection. And Srila Gurudev giving us the science of affection. Very, very beautiful. So the highest entity is Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. He's actually wanting us to come back home and his draw is by affection. But we must prove ourselves. We must show we really want that and not want Maya, and want to come to even worship Krishna really with the hope that, oh, I am going to get. Because when we are at the center, then we start utilizing the Lord in our service. Then we are going to be in Maya. When we can utilize ourselves in the Lord's service, then we have the connection to the upper world. The science of joy, science of ecstasy, science of affection. And affection is what we all need. Srila Gurudev would instruct parents, the only way you can teach your children, and especially about Krishna consciousness, etc., is through affection. And we are the children of our divine masters, and really they are teaching us by affection. Their affection is bringing us in that direction. So we are on the path of affection. The path of affection is taking us to the land of ecstasy and eternality. But we must not try to jump immediately to go to such a plane. We must follow where we are, the practical duties of our present situation in life. And we have to admit, we are all within the Maya consciousness, the material consciousness. But we have, by the grace of our masters, got hope and an ambition and confidence that we will get one day, by the grace of these great souls, the grace, their grace, and will be given some service in connection with that higher plane and be given entrance there by their grace. Hare Krishna. But we are a little fearful to say much about Radharani and Krishna, Radha and Krishna. Fearful because fools rush in where angels fear to tread. And when such caliber as Shukadev Goswami refrains from even mentioning her name once in Srimad Bhagavatam, the best, the servitor, the highest servitor of the highest entity, Sri Krishna, through the highest service of the topmost love and affection, that when her name is not taken by Shukadev Goswami, then we must be very cautious. But in a discussion with the title, the highest entity, at least we have to touch that the reality of that land, the reality of the Lord's topmost servitors, and that reality that the Lord's topmost servitor has given her heart and halo to Krishna. Krishna has come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Radharani's heart and halo to taste that supreme taste of service. So the highest entity, but the highest savor and the highest mood. And in this article, which Sevarupa put a link to before, which is on the Gaudiya Darshan website, then here Srila Guru Maharaj is expressing how Leela, pastimes with the Lord, they are living, they are alive, they are moving. It's not a static thing. And that is the land of Ananda Leela, ecstatic Leela. Hare Krishna. And devotees, we have lots of devotees here. If anyone would like to ask a question or share something you may have heard or read, if you can share as reliably as possible what you may have heard or read recently from our masters about this this subject matter, the highest entity. There are so many things which jump out at us day by day. If someone would like to share something, please feel free. We are with you. We are not far away. We're right here. I can touch you. Just see. Hare Krishna. Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Gopala.
Okay, Maharaj, I could say one more thing on this topic of the highest entity. What we read yesterday in the service guiding devotion, and Srila Maharaj was talking about how Veda Vyasa, after compiling the Vedas, he had some doubt, he had some misgiving. He something was
Put the microphone close to your mouth, Ro, kindly, yes.
something was lacking. He felt like there was something lacking in what he gave. The Vedas, all the Vedas, Upanishads, the Puranas, everything. And he felt like something was lacking. And so his guru, Narada Goswami, came because he could sense something was wrong and asked him, what was disturbing him. Veda Vyasa explained. And Narada Goswami told him, yes, what you have done is you have given medicine for sick people. So, like a doctor does. Like a doctor sees sick people and gives medicine. So that is normal. But what have you done for the healthy people? So who is healthy? What are they getting? What is their diet? What is going to nourish them? What is going to help them prosper and thrive? That you did not give. And so after giving the 10 seed slokas of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Veda Vyasa then compiled this grand treatise on God consciousness. And the ultimate, what is the ultimate? It's Krishna consciousness, not Vishnu consciousness, not Narayan consciousness, and not just Krishna of Dwarka or Krishna Mathura, it's Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. This is the highest conception that Veda Vyasa has given to us. Right.
Jai, yes, indeed, because Krishna, he can show himself and has his Leela in many places, and the highest place is Vrindavan. Hare Krishna. And then, of course, we can talk about Kurukshetra, the separation, the mood of the devotees. So higher, higher, highest. And Sachi Devi, she opened her microphone, and we'll be happy to hear from her just nearby here.
Can you hear me, Maharaj?
Yes, we can hear you.
Dandavat, Maharaj. Dandavat, all the devotees. So wonderful what we have heard, and from your divine grace, so beautiful, so deep explanation how it actually is, and also Chinmoy and spoke so deep and beautiful with so many aspects of reality, who is always so ecstatic, and Kumkum Didi always speaking so beautiful. I have actually a question, Maharaj. Is it so that we can say, because with so much carefulness and so much very from the in the back, we want to mention Srimati Radharani's name, but if we say about the highest entity, and I was also going through that mood of feelings, like first, our loving Lord Krishna is the highest entity. And then I was reading from Guru Maharaj in Premadana Deva Stotram that he says, well, there is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually, who is the highest entity, because he is giving Radha and Krishna to us. And he is Radha and Krishna himself. So can we say we have several highest entities as it is? So that was my question.
And then who is more magnanimous? Nityananda Prabhu.
Yeah. I was thinking
Etc.
also about that.
You know,
And then
Srila
Gurudev.
and Gurudev, indeed. And Srila Guru Maharaj, though, when he was making such expression, really he was humble. And you can hear him. We've been with him when he said, and it's certainly recorded, where Guru Maharaj is saying, and if we may be so bold to say, we can say, the Krishna, Radha Krishna, all is highest, and they are in Vrindavan. But when some magnanimity is added, then we must take the side of Mahaprabhu. You know, something like this. We must give, we must say, well, there's something extra there in Mahaprabhu. But if we may be so bold to say, if we have the audacity to say, and Guru Maharaj saying it very humbly and very sweetly, because to discuss about the higher devotees is very dangerous for us. Who is higher, who is lower, all these different things. And when we hear about some nature, if we read in the Srimad Bhagavatam and things, we may think, you know, all kinds of things about the pure devotees which have different conceptions of God, but they're all pure that are being described. So to describe like the levels of devotees, we must do that with much caution and know it's not our right, but we are told these things as teaching for us, for where to look and not to stop on the way, but to come to the highest plane. And similarly, to talk about Krishna for us, you know, it's almost an audacity, we have to say, if we may be so audacious as to discuss such topics. Because really we are taking those drops from Srila Guru Maharaj, from Srila Gurudev, like you say, taken from Srila Prabhupada, taking from Srimad Bhagavatam, through Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and through the devotees. And it is their right. It is their adhikar to discuss those things. But we must discuss. We are asked to discuss, to share amongst the devotees whatever we know, we will discuss. And one of the 4 key verses, seed verses of Bhagavad Gita, is to discuss amongst themselves, the devotees, to discuss about the qualities of the Lord, etc., which we could bring to the book, the Heart and Halo. Srila Gurudev's book, which Sripad Siddhanti Maharaj collected and put together, of Srila Gurudev talking about why is Krishna supreme. He has 4 super excellent qualities that Narayan doesn't have. But you see, we must be also very careful not to look down on Narayan's pure devotees. I mean, all of these things, we must be very careful in our dealings. So we think, no, Krishna is supreme. You, no, you're nothing. And that was not the nature of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He lived with Vallabhabhata. He was there, and he's living with so many devotees. He lived there for 4 months of the rainy season. And full respect, everything, beautiful etiquette from Mahaprabhu to everyone. He showed etiquette. He didn't show politics or anything else. He showed Vaishnava etiquette. And Mahaprabhu, he gave honor everywhere. He gave honor to all of the devotees. But to those who were able to digest, then he is giving the next step and the next step. And we could have shared this book with Mahaprabhu when he was discussing Krishna's qualities versus Narayan's qualities. Of course, it's Mahaprabhu who gave all of this to us. And as we do here, if Mahaprabhu had not come, how would we know of all these finer and finest things? But yes, Guru Maharaj said 2 rooms in the topmost department, Vrindavan and Navadip. And if we may be so bold, if we have the audacity, we will say they are equal. But in Navadip, magnanimity is added. So, it's his very special way of also teaching us and expressing to us about the wonderful position of Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, and hence the Vaishnavas and the givers, those who are connecting with us at any stage with Krishna consciousness. And from the very beginning, all sorts of devotees have given us good advice. We learn through so many, and we are grateful to everybody and give our honor everywhere. Hare Krishna. And in the chat box, Sadhvi, she's giving obeisances and this namaskar and obeisances. Oh, and a heart just popped up too. Hare Krishna. Oh, I'm surrounded by, oh my goodness. I'm actually on the camera, I'm on the small screen, but you are all on the big screen behind. We had an impromptu setup of our Zoom this evening because they were in ecstasy chanting Hare Krishna in the temple room, and they're not stopping in time. So we realized we've got to set up the camera somewhere else today. So we're very happy the devotees together are chanting Hare Krishna. And now behind me, you can count better than me because I can only see them this side. How many devotees are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 53. Oh my goodness. 108. Oh, okay. Hare Krishna. Jai. Oh, so many smiling faces, auspicious names. We sang that kirtan today. Keshavananda Prabhu, that twice is, Dhanamora Nityananda, Pranamora Gaurachandra. This kirtan in the kirtan guide. And Naza can put a link to it, but you all have the kirtan guide. And by the way, Naza, today we've been extensively using kirtan.site, extremely helpful. And we've been using that ever since we've been here, actually. But today, we've been using it for hours. I don't know if you have a log on there, but you'll see it's us. We've been clicking on those links. And very, very helpful. For kirtans, dear devotees, in Russian, in English, in what other language? Portuguese. Portuguese, Naza? Yes? What languages are on kirtan.site? The kirtan book, the kirtan guide, the current kirtan guide? Latvian. Latvian songbook. Amazing. Anyway, this kirtan.site makes carrying a 1 kilogram kirtan guide very easy because you can put it in your 300-gram telephone along with many other books. So yes, so they were chanting, there we are, Vaishnava songbook. This is kirtan.site, yes? Okay, perfect. Okay, so devotees, we'll continue, and all under that umbrella given to us by Gurudev, by Guru Maharaj, that umbrella of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's gift, super gift at this time. And at this time, still, if we are fortunate, we can connect cleanly and purely, connect directly to our grandfathers, fathers for a few of us and grandfathers for many. That is Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We try to please them, we try to follow their guidance, and by heart from inside to outside, and not just by thinking or knowing or something. And you are all doing that, and hence we are together happily. And our 108 devotees, oh, may we ask to Italy to sing Hari Haraya Nama Krishna. Here at the end, you'll have to adjust the microphone settings, and then we can all join them. Just before you do so, because some may not stay through the Hari Haraya Nama Krishna, we'll just naturally say a huge Jai, all glories to Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, to Srila, our wonderful Srila Guru Maharaj Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, and to Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai, to Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai, our whole Sri Rupanuga Guru Vaga ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai, all the devotees ki Jai, yes, and Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Jai, and Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So please you lead there in Italy, Hari Haraya Nama Krishna, and we'll continue each in our various seva locations that Krishna has given us. Bancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Govinda Govinda.
Sure. Microphone.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishnaya Davaya Namaha.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishnaya Davaya Namaha.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishnaya Davaya Namaha.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishnaya Davaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Krishnavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram
Gauranga Gandharva Gopinath Ji ki
Jai.
jai. Saparkar Shishi Guru Gandharva Govinda Sundar ki jai. Jai Shri Giriraj Gopal Ji ki jai. Jai Shri Anugiri Raj ki jai. Jai Shri Saparkar Shishi Guru Garanga Sundar ki jai. Jai Om Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Samraj ki jai. Jai Om Shri Bhakti Rakshira Dev Samraj ki jai. Jai Om Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Shri Rupa Nugu Varga ki jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai. Nam Takoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Jai Shri Bhakti Vedanta Samraj Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrinda ki jai. Jai Shri Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki jai. Jai all Zoom devotees ki jai. Samaveda Vaishnava Mandala ki jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Harinam Sankirtana ki jai. Jai Gopremanande
Hari Bol.
Dandavad.
Dandavad.